The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So with that, let's head over to the heart of Texas, massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, he breaks another. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Wentz, a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Here's Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. This will be fielded at the 6. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap, because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And Elliott puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Throwing here, Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. To try again after the sack. Prescott, and now he's going to use his legs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal.